Hi, my name is Sandra. I've had a couple people ask me about getting the wrapping started on their projects for the Coiled Baskets. So I thought I'd do a real fast video for you just to show you like a nice, quick, easy technique to use that might simplify it for you. First of all, I'm using a cotton cord that is 7/32 of an inch wide. My machine can handle this, so you just have to make sure your machine can handle whatever width cord that you're using. You want to make sure that the needle can catch the bobbin thread. That's the biggie. So if it's too thick and your machine can't handle it, you might want to go smaller than 7/32. The other thing about this, it's cotton, and I love the cotton because the fabric really grips to it nicely when you wrap. If you use nylon, sure you can use it, but you have a higher probability of your fabric slipping a little bit. The other thing with this is this cord, I love this because it has a synthetic core. And the reason I like it is the synthetic core really firms up your baskets. So that's just something to keep in mind. So having said that, I'm going to show you how I like to get my wrapping going, which is pretty easy. You're starting at a little bit of an angle. I kind of tuck the end down, wrap over, and then you keep your wrapping at an angle. Don't go straight with your wraps. And this fabric is cut at 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of the inch is really the sweet spot because you don't get a lot of buckle. You get nice, smooth, like layovers with when you start wrapping. If you go too thick, like if you go an inch and it's a thinner cord, you're going to get a lot of buckle with your, with your fabric, and you don't want that. And I usually go like a little bit, maybe about 12 inches or so, depending. I put a little pin in, and then I start, the stitching. But I always have a little bit, and then when I can kind of flip this over when I start the sewing process. Okay, so now I'm going to just say, after I've done that little bit of wrapping, just to get it started, I always do like a little bit of a fold at the top. And I take hemostats, and a lot of people will say, no, don't do that. Oh, sorry. And I like the open toe so that I can see. Okay. And I just keep it pinched together with my hemostat just till it gets it going here a little bit. Sorry, I'm not used to having my phone in my way, so I'm bumping it. Sorry about the... I just use this, like I said, to keep it a little tighter. Okay. Turn a little. Little short spurts. Especially when you're getting this started. When it gets bigger, you can kind of go to town with it. And also when I'm turning, I always stop my needle on the outside, not the inside, just because I like how the stitches go when you're like turning a corner, more or less. That's just kind of me. But, I also like the open toe applique just so that I can see clearly, so that I can keep my line centered and I use a shorter stitch so that you can see more of the fabric and less of the stitch. So my settings are, 4 millimeter stitch rather than I would say 7 if you're getting started and you want to get a feel for it, but then bump it down as you get as you get accustomed to this, just so that you can see, the fabric and not the thread. But anyways, that's just a little quick, that's how I get my basket started. I hope this is helpful.